280 plus people have been confirmed dead from a train derailment in India. At around 7:30 p.m. last night, or 7 a.m. Here in California time, the Coromandel Express was transporting passengers when it collided with a parked freight train, causing more than 20 coaches to derail. Another train then hit the derailed coaches, causing 8 of its own coaches to derail. Over 900 people have been reportedly injured, alongside the near 300 casualties. Now, India is definitely no stranger to railroad casualties. In 2024, they had 19 railroad-related deaths. In 2021, there were 4. In 2022, there were 11. So far in 2023, 3 people died from being set on fire by a passenger in the train, but I'm not going to count that. But there were 11 derailments before this incident, albeit with no deaths, but that's still pretty bad. Now, railroads in India are much, much bigger than here in the US. Around 12 million people ride the trains in India every day, whereas in the US, it seems to be anywhere from 60K to a million. I couldn't quite find concrete numbers for this, but regardless, the number is much lower than India. Now, it's being stated that the survivors were all transported to hospitals safely, which is good, and a compensation of $12,100 will be paid to the families of the deceased. $2,400 will be given to those horribly injured, and $607 will be awarded to those who only sustained minor injuries. Now, this means that the Indian government is admitting fault in some way. They're saying that this incident could have been prevented, essentially, and I agree. The freight train was completely stopped in the way of the Coromandel, and locations they didn't seem like they were communicated properly. Not to mention the third train slamming into the first one at 81 miles an hour. If you're vigilant, I'm sure you could have had the train going much slower than 81 by just braking, and it's pretty sad that this had to happen. I'm sure that all things considered, trains are still exponentially safer than cars as a means of travel, but these things do still sometimes happen, and it just really sucks. My heart goes out to the families affected by this incident, and I know that the money the government's paying could never be enough to endure an experience like this one. And I mean, in all likelihood, it probably wouldn't even pay for the therapy just to get the situation behind you and out of your psyche. But that's about all the information we have so far. Hopefully some good comes of this situation, because India could use some updated railroad technology, it seems. And the government should hopefully make some much needed fixes. But regardless, take care, and we'll see you next time.